Three, two, one. What's up, everybody? Thanks for stopping by the movie hangout. It's been a while since I posted my last video. I've been super busy, got a lot of projects stacked up, even with the coronavirus going on and the quarantine and not being able to do anything. It's kind of amazing when all of the outside distractions are kind of wiped away and you're kind of stuck, and all you have to do is really just write and just crank out work. So I'm super excited about some of the stuff coming ahead. But right now, I want to go over. I've watched this trailer several times and I want to talk about it. First, we'll watch it and then I'm going to go through it and some of the details about the production. But I have to say, I'm very, very surprised and happy about the quality of this new Batman movie titled The Batman. And it's going to be coming out next year in 2021, starring Robert Pattinson. So let's check it out, and then we'll talk about it.
From your secret friend.
Underneath the bridge,
Who?
taper sprung a leak, and the animals I've trapped
Haven't a clue.
will become my pet.
Let's play a game. Just me and you. Any of this mean anything to you? You're becoming quite a celebrity. Why's he writing to you?
If you are justice, please do not lie. What is the price for your blind eye?
The hell are you supposed to be?
I'm vengeance.
These guys trying to hit.
You're part of this too.
How am I part of it?
You see.
Wow, that's all I gotta say. I'm loving how they're taking the Batman lore, the Batman character, and the villains, and they're doing something different with it. In my mind, the tone and kind of just how this movie looks is in many ways it's kind of like a merger of. Let's see if I can go through some of the frames here. It looks like a merger of the Tim Burton movie, kind of the Tim Burton Batman world, and also the Christopher Nolan Batman world. So basically, Tim Burton, his style is kind of surreal. It's like exaggerated. If you look at like the architecture in Gotham City, it's not how it would be in the real world. It's got a very kind of gothic comic book look to it. And then on the flip side, if you have Christopher Nolan, his Batman Gotham world is pretty much what it would just be like living in the real world. All the architecture has not been manipulated in any way. They actually use real buildings in the Christopher Nolan Batman series. The laws of physics still apply in the Christopher Nolan universe. A 200-pound Batman is not going to be able to pick up a 400-pound guy with one arm and throw him like 50 yards. You know what I mean? So what this looks like, it looks like a merger. It looks like it's got a very dark look, gritty look. Uh, just just like a really depressing kind of Tim Burton look, but at the same time, uh, it's not so over the top where it's still within the realm of belief. Now, at first, I was really skeptical as to whether or not Robert Pattinson would be right for this role because I mean, look, we all think of him as the sparkly vampire from the Twilight series, you know, and he really hasn't done anything that stands out since then. Even in those movies, I mean, there isn't a whole lot of acting really in those films. It's pretty much just how you look and you just say a few lines, and you know, it's nothing really soul wrenching, you know. So I was very skeptical about this. Plus, there were details about because of the lockdown, because of the coronavirus, and gyms being closed, that Robert Pattinson, you know, wasn't really working out at all. He wasn't really into it. He's not like a guy like Jason Statham or Stallone or Schwarzenegger or you know, or I mean even Michael B. Jordan who works out a lot. He's not really into that type of stuff. So I was like, okay, dude, like if you're not going to look the part, then it's not going to be very believable because nowadays you got to look like you can actually do the physical activity, what it says in the script. But, you know, so far so good. This is what they've shown. Now this might only be the best of the movie. Everything else might be crap, but from what they showed us with this, it looks pretty good. Now, what's interesting about this movie is that in the previous Batman films, typically the director would only introduce 1 to 2 villains, but in this one, if you look here, they got Zoe Kravitz playing Catwoman. You got Paul Dano playing the Riddler, and I think it's pretty cool how they have the Riddler. He's not like wearing a green suit like Jim Carrey and you know doing cartwheels and being all weird and everything. It's kind of like a very creepy, almost looks like the movie Seven, kind of serial killer look. Really interesting. And then they also have Colin Farrell playing the Penguin, which I'm very interested in seeing because I mean he's a good-looking guy. He looks nothing like Danny DeVito. I saw him out here in LA, and you know he's like 5'10", really athletic. He looks just like he does in on screen in real life. You know, when you see Colin Farrell, you're like, dang, that dude's a movie star. That guy's cool. So it'd be interesting how they make him have kind of an element of the Penguin character since he's not a short, fat guy, you know? I don't know if they're going to have prosthetics on his nose. I don't know. He'll definitely be a gangster because the character of the Penguin, Oswald Cobblepot, which is what his human name is actually a gangster. So Jeffrey Wright is going to be playing Commissioner Gordon, which is an interesting choice because you know he looks different than the previous incarnations of Commissioner Gordon in the movies. Jeffrey Wright in real life is kind of a wacky, insane guy. Just go on his Twitter feed, but he's a really, really good, really, really good actor. So I'm really interested on how this pans out. It's directed by Matt Reeves, cinematography by Greg Fraser, and the release date as of now, who knows if this is going to actually stick because Hollywood is literally shut down. They've pushed back everything. So as of now, it looks like they're going for a Halloween movie next year. So it's going to be October 1st, 2021. I would not be surprised if they push it back though, but we will see. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching the Batman trailer. I don't know. I'm shocked at how good it looks. Thanks for watching. If you want to get future rants, reviews, or original content, click subscribe. Later.